Welcome to the Great Scottish Golf Adventure on OMG Old Man Golf. This is our second day and our third course. We started the morning at Castle Stuart. Beautiful course. You can watch that video. The day ended with me on the 18th hole making this long putt to win the hole. We went back in our lovely van to a Burger King and stayed in our standard room at the Holiday Inn. We got good news that our bags have been found by Logan Nairn. Doesn't give us a lot of confidence. We're headed to Nairn today, the number 20th ranked course in Scotland. It's our third course, 36 today. This is our first round with all four of us. Kevin is making his debut on OMG Old Man Golf, and we went ahead and got some caddies today. Really good caddies. Made the experience quite fun. The first hole is a par 4 at 400 yards. Doug tees off first. He is a 9 handicap. Jim is playing as a 7 handicap. And I'm playing as a 19. And Kevin, we're playing off him. He is a 4 handicap. All right, my second shot is a 4 hybrid from 170 yards. And I crank it, but it hits the green and takes off. And it goes into a little creek, so I have a penalty shot. My fourth shot is a lob wedge.
2 caps left.
I got a Texas wedge here.
Come down.
All right, Kevin's got a par putt, and he sinks it. I've got a double putt, and I miss it. I make 7. Jim's got a bogey putt. He sinks. And Doug's got a par putt to tie the hole, and he does. So we're playing COD today, where we each have each other as a partner for 6 holes. Doug and Kevin tie that hole. The second tees off with his driver, followed by Jim hitting his driver, Kevin hitting his, and then I'm hitting my driver. I've got 4 hybrid from LAW, just trying to lay up, and so I've got a OMG 7 iron from 90 yards. I just punch it up there. Got Texas wedge.
Come on.
Kevin's got a putt for par. He makes bogey. Doug's got a par putt to win the hole. He is my partner. I wish he would have made that. Got a double putt. Jim's got a bogey putt, and he makes a double. The third hole is a 361-yard par 4, number 7 stroke index. Kevin tees off first. Doug. I've got driver. Next up is Jim. He and Kevin are playing with rental clubs again, thanks to Logan Air. This is nice. We're here on the beach. The waves coming in. All right, here's Jim hitting an approach shot. I've got Texas wedge from off the green.
But we're down there.
All right, I've got a bogey putt. Nope, I make double. Kevin had some troubles here. He makes 7. Doug's got a par putt to win the hole. No. Jim's got a bogey putt to tie the hole, and he makes. The first hole is a 155-yard par 3. Doug goes first.
He didn't tell me that the flag was that way.
Doug's going with the nobody told me excuse. Kevin goes next,
Go.
followed by Jim. We're playing things Doug's way today, where we move back a tee box for the 3s and the 5s. I hit 6 iron. I'm in a sand trap. Get out. I got a par putt. No. Kevin's got a par putt, which he makes. Doug's got a par putt to tie. Nope, he makes bogey. I've got a bogey putt to tie, and I make double. Jim's got a par putt, and he makes bogey. So after that hole, Kevin and Jim take a lead. They're up by 1 on Doug and I. The fifth hole is a 371-yard par 4, number 1 stroke index. Kevin goes first, followed by Doug. You can hear the waves crashing in the background. Jim's up next with his driver. And I'm hitting my driver. Jim and Doug both get strokes on this hole. As do I. I got 3 hybrid from 180. And I find another sand trap. And I find another sand trap. Sand trap to sand trap. I've got a bogey putt from a long, long ways away.
Looking good. Looking good. Oh.
Almost goes in. Doug's got a birdie putt. He makes par. Jim's got a par putt to tie it. And he makes bogey. Kevin's got a bogey putt. All right. Match is even. I've been riding Doug. He's playing well, and he's probably got a sore back. The 6th hole is a par 3, 162 yards, 11 stroke index. Doug goes first, followed by Kevin, who has to play in his tennis shoes thanks to Logan Air. Here goes Jim. I'm up last, hitting 5 iron. This is the last hole as these teams. Doug is in the sand trap. I've got a birdie putt. And I leave it close enough to give me par, net birdie. Jim's up next. He needs to make this birdie putt to tie. No, he makes par. Good. Kevin's got a par putt. And he makes bogey. Doug misses his par putt for bogey. So Doug and I actually win that match 1-up with my net birdie on the last hole. The 7th hole is a par 5 at 531. I'm 10 over. Doug is 4 over.
Nice ball.
He's playing really well. Jim's next at 6. Kevin is up next. He's trying to adjust to the riddle clubs. He's 7 over. I've got 3 wood.
Oh, lovely swing trick.
Kevin is in the sand. I'm in the same sand trap. Get out. I've got Texas wedge for par. I've got a bogey putt. I make double. There we go. Jim's got birdie putt to win the hole.
Yes, partner.
That's my partner. Yes, sir.
He's mine.
Kevin's got a par putt. Makes bogey. Doug's got a birdie putt to tie, but he makes par. So that puts Jim and I in the lead after the first hole. 1-up. The 8th hole is a par 4, 296 yards, number 13 handicap, so I get a pop. Here goes Doug. Hitting driver. Kevin off last hitting driver. I've got an 8-iron punch just out of some mess.
Yeah.
I've got a lob wedge.
Yeah.
I didn't hit hard enough, so I got Texas wedge for par. Jim's got a chip for bogey. This 296-yard par 4 really shocked us. I've got a bogey putt. Nope. Kevin's got a par putt. Man, a rental putter's got to be the hardest club to get used to. He makes bogey. Jim makes double. Doug's got a par putt to win the hole, but he makes bogey. Give me the opportunity to tie the hole with a putt. Yes, we remain 1-up. The 9th hole is a 301-yard par 4, number 17 handicap. Doug goes first, followed by Kevin. With a 17 handicap, I do not get a stroke here. Jim goes off last. Batting cleanup. I've got an 8-iron punch. Now I've got a Texas wedge for birdie. I've got a par putt I make. Doug's got a birdie putt. And he's got a par putt to tie, which he makes. Jim's got a par putt, makes bogey. That's the famous halfway house there in the background. Kevin's got a par putt, makes bogey. Our caddy opens up the halfway house, which predates the course. This was a tavern for fishermen. They would store their fish in the ice house next door, and they would come in there and have some drinks after their day of fishing. Golf Digest has a great video on this on YouTube. I highly recommend it. If I could add a link, if I knew how to do that, I would. Doug is playing well. He's 5 over hitting driver on the 10th hole, which is a 493-yard par 5. I hit second. Kevin is at 11 over. Jim is at 8. I was at 15 over. Somehow I didn't mention that. I'm hitting 3-wood. I've got a 6-iron. I've got a Texas wedge. Wind is really kicked up. Kevin's got a par putt, and he makes bogey. Jim's got a putt for bogey, which he makes. Doug's got a birdie putt. I've got a par putt, but I make bogey. Doug makes the par. We are all tied up with 2 holes to play. It's going to be tough beating Doug, let me tell you. The 11th hole is a par 3 at Hutch, followed by Jim. And I'm hitting 5-iron here. And we all 3 find the bunker. The over and under is at 7 for all 3 of us to get out. So here's Jim, number 1. Taking a look, accessing. Doesn't think he can go at the pin. So he makes a smart move here on his second shot. And he goes out sideways. All right, so did you take the over or the under on 7? Over and under of 7. I go into the trap. I try to attack it foolishly. 3. All right, so I try to go sideways here and don't get it out. 4. Did you take the over? Hit 5. All right, so
May the force be with you.
So Kevin goes in the bunker third, and he attacks it. He decides to go out sideways the other way. So if you took the overs pay. 8. Jim has a putt for double, and he makes triple. I've got a putt for double, and I make triple. Kevin's got a triple putt, which he makes. Doug's got a bogey putt to win, and he makes it. So Doug and Kevin are 1 up with 1 hole to play. We got to make a comeback. The 12th hole is off first, and he is on fire. Followed by Kevin. I'm hitting driver. Followed by Jim. All right, I had to take a penalty. I'm hitting 3-wood.
Oh, God.
Almost kill the people with a 4. All right, I got 4 hybrid. I've got a pitch and wedge chip. Sorry, Jim, I am messing up this hole well. Pitch and wedge chip. I got a putt for triple. And I make it when it doesn't matter. All right, Jim's got a par putt. But he makes bogey.
Oh.
Doug's got a par putt to win. Kenny 3 putt. He makes bogey. So they win the match. Doug and Kevin win match number 2. The 13th hole is a par 4, 405 yards, number 2 handicap. So Jim gets a pop here. Doug is up 2 matches. Jim is down 2 matches. I'm even on my matches so far. So is Kevin. He's even. I've got 3-wood from LAW. I've got a 6-iron from some mess. I've got an 8-iron punch from 80 yards.
Go on. Go on. Yeah.
I've got a bogey putt. But I go on to mess this up and make triple. Kevin's got a par putt. This is my partner for this next match, or for the current match, the last match of the day. He makes bogey. Doug's got a par putt, and he makes bogey. Jim makes net par. So they go up 1 in the last match of the day. The 14th is a long par 3 at 212 yards, number 8 stroke index. Kevin hits first, followed by the red hot Doug Drolet. I'm hitting 3-wood. Jim is up. All right, I got gap wedge from some messy stuff. Doug's in the sand over there behind Kevin. Hits a great shot out of there. I got Texas wedge for par.
That's okay.
Kevin's got a par putt.
Stroke index.
And he makes bogey. I've got a bogey putt to tie. Doug's shot was so good, we gave him the par. All right, so after 2 holes in this match, these guys are 2 up, so we're adding an extra match. The 15th is a short par 4 at 248 yards, 18 stroke index. Doug goes first. I'm hitting driver. I think I'm the only one hitting driver on this hole. Jim tees off, followed by Kevin. All right, I'm hitting a 9-iron, just chipping it out of there. I've got a birdie putt. Jim has a par putt. And he makes bogey. Kevin has a par putt. And he makes it. All right, Doug's got a par putt to tie. No. I've got a par putt. And I make bogey. Lip out. All right, so after the 3rd hole, we are up in the 2nd match and down 1 in the 1st match. The 16th hole is a 3. Kevin is 16 over thanks to United. Doug is 9 over, and he is smoking hot. Jim tees off at 14 over, and I am a cool 28 over. All right, I got LAW, and I'm hitting 3 hybrid. I'm in some mess. I'm just trying to chop it out, and the ball goes nowhere.
Still in.
So I got another chop shot at this. It comes out. Got Texas wedge. Jim's got a par putt. Doug's got a par putt to win.
There we go.
I made a snowman. Now we are currently 2 down on the 1st match, but even on the 2nd. We need to win last 2 holes to win some money. The 17th hole is a 345-yard par 4, number 10 handicap. So I get a pop. Doug's up next,
Good ball.
followed by Jim. Followed by Kevin. I've got a 4 hybrid from 165. Doug's got his approach shot here. So I have a birdie putt. I always like saying that. So we need to win 1 hole and tie 1 hole, or win 2. I don't make that putt. Kevin's got a par putt. Okay, so he makes it. Doug has a par putt to tie. And he makes it. So I now have a par putt to win, and I make it. So with 1 hole to play, we are down 1 in the 1st match and up 1 in the 2nd. So we need to tie or win to win. The 18th hole is a get 1 here. Doug hits his driver. I'm hitting my driver.
Yep.
Jim is hitting driver. And my partner is hitting driver as well. I've got 3-wood from LAW, which means long ass way. Jim hits his 2nd shot. I've got a 5-iron from 160, and I find myself in the sand trap, and I bounce it out of there and onto the green. And I have a par putt to win the match and all the glory, and it goes in. All right, Kevin's got a par putt. and he makes bogey. Doug's got a par putt, and he makes bogey as well. Jim's par putt doesn't go in, and he makes bogey. So after the match, we were tied for the first match, and we won the second match. Tail of the tape: Doug shot 81 and won one match. Jim shot 88 but lost 3 matches. Kevin shot 91, which is way high for him, but he won a match. And I shot 104, which I probably deserved. And somehow I managed to win a match. We wake up tomorrow and drive to Aberdeen to play Cruden Bay. Those clubs probably aren't going to make it for those guys. All right, so here's my schedule. So far, the best course I've played is at Castle Stuart, followed by Nairn, followed by Nairn Dunbar. Here's the schedule of when the rest of the rounds are going to come out and what courses they are. So, cheers, y'all. I hope you stay tuned and you watch all these episodes of the Great Scottish Golf Adventure.